Hey, my neon lights. It's me, Midnight Neon, or I should say, tis me, Midnight Neon. Anyway, the reason you're seeing this video at the start, or this portion of the video at the start, it is actually a warning for those who have photosensitive seizures. If you see this, it's because I played the game ahead of schedule, and it means I'm aware of the fact that it has bright flashing lights. And my mother had seizures from photosensitivity, and after having watched her for years deal with that and go through those moments of seizures like that, I don't want anyone else to go through it, so I'm giving you this fair warning. If you have photosensitive seizures, please do not watch this video. That's all I'm asking. There are plenty of other videos out there you can watch that are safe. I've noticed it's become a bit of a trend for some videos that do have a lot of flashing lights not to give you a fair warning. So I'm giving you a fair warning now. But if you see this, it's because there's photosensitivity issues, and I just felt like that you should be fairly warned. If you choose to go beyond this point, that will be on you. You were given warning. Hi, my neon lights. 'Tis I, Midnight Neon, and I'm giving you a little bit of a warning. It is a volume warning. There is potentially large, loud noises for those of you who have sensitive hearing. If you're hearing this and seeing it now, just to avoid a lot of loud noises you coming your way, you can either turn the volume way down or you can turn it completely off, whatever you feel would suit you best. Hopefully I set this up correctly and you'll be seeing closed captions at the bottom of the screen, so you can at least still follow along if you want to read. But yes, this is a volume warning for the content ahead. So please take advantage of this warning and be prepared. Bye-bye. Howdy, hi, my neon lights. 'Tis I, Midnight Neon, and look at me. I'm evolving as a VTuber. I managed to get my model actually overlaid on top of the game. How cool is that, huh? Now, anyway, as cool as that is, I'm still having an issue. Let me actually go ahead and delete that, because technically I don't need that now that I figured out how to do this. Hold on. The game might disappear. You might get a big flash of green. Hold on just a moment, folks. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to pause real quick. There we go. That's a little better. Still a little bit off. Anyway, just want to let you all know that I've been having issues with my PC, and to be honest, I wasn't sure I was even going to be able to record anymore. I had actually made a pre-recorded conversation about on my it's like a two-minute convo of me just talking to you guys about let me see here. It was about me not being able to play games or record anything. I still might end up posting that if this should go flat on its face. Yangtze system, Voyager cluster. Okay, might as well finish that up.
Message from Admiral Hackett, Commander. Patching it through.
Oh.
We just received your report. Looks like this Geth incursion was bigger than we thought. They were probably preparing for a major offensive in the system. We're increasing patrols in the
I'm blocking the captions.
To make sure they can't establish another foothold in the region. Nice job, Shepard.
I'm not used to being in the game.
Hack it out.
Let me shrink myself some more. I don't know if that'll work or not, but I get any smaller, you won't be able to see me. Okay, zoom out. Nothing in the asteroid belts. Thus far, still got some ways to go. Oh, here we are. And apparently we already got it. Okay. That's a Grissom. Okay, we need to go to Kepler, Hawking Ada, Voyager Cluster, Yingzi. Okay. Yeah. We gotta go find old Admiral Kahoku. I'm just so excited that I'm doing better at this whole VTubing thing. Every time I do something, I learn more. And I figured out... You're never going to believe how I figured this out. Okay, so I could not, for the life of me, find a video that actually taught me how to overlay my model on top of the gameplay. There was really nothing out there. I looked, I was specific, I searched everything I could think of. Yeah, we're going to go bin through, but first we're going to search the other planets. And anyway, I did all this stuff, okay? I did everything I could think of. Could not get it to work for the life of me. Everything I tried failed. And I couldn't get my phone to work. So, in the end result, I ended up downloading the app directly onto onto my PC. And even then, I still had issues trying to get it to overlay. So... Anyway, I was trying to try to find a way to maybe record videos with my cell phone and then use the Hyper app on there to play them back. But while the videos, I don't know, it was a compression issue. If the video was too big, it just wouldn't play it. But then I couldn't make like an hour-long video. I'd be like maybe like a TikTok video or just like a short, maybe maximum of 30-second video, which that is not my style, as you guys know. And it just would have been awful. It really would have been. But anyway, thank God luck worked out for me, and I can, I'm doing better. It does eat up a little more of my CPU to do this, but I think it's worth it in my opinion. Because I've wanted to do something like this for so long, and now here I am. It also might make my screenshots a little easier when I go to do thumbnails. It's hard to say. But anyway, I've looked so forward to doing this for so long. Right. Oh yeah, we gotta land. So, yeah. We're gonna take Ash. I'm kind of fond of Ash. Technically, we've already maxed out Tally's relationship status. I just leave like Caden, or not Rex and Garrus, and we're about to complete theirs. And then that leaves her, but Liara is part of the main quest. So that really just leaves Caden. Alright, we'll take him. Yeah. Anyway, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I'm getting better and better. Oh my goodness, my neon lights. Oh my goodness, I am just so excited about this. I know it's silly to be this excited over something that other VTubers do all the time, but you know, anyway, the only reason I figured out how to do this, by the way, was because I was trying to check out something else regarding the Hyper app. And I've not been a big fan of AI. You know, I do believe AI... I do believe that AI is moving too fast, too rapidly for humanity's own good. However, in the right context, in the right situations, with the right intentions, it could be used for very good stuff. And that is what happened here in this particular scenario. I was looking for the information on that stuff, and then imagine my surprise. Oh, you can't see the names because I'm standing in front of them, but that's all right. But anyways, as I was saying, the AI for Google, I don't really rely on it for news or information like that, because part of the problem with that AI is it draws on so many different sources of information that it confuses itself. And it's not the AI's fault, because I've said that before. It's you know, the AI just does what it's programmed to do. Wow, Caden, that's kind of creepy and scary. Anyway, where was I? I feel like the AI used properly. Oh man, three different research facilities. Well, let's start at this one that's right behind us. That would probably, or next to us. That would probably be the best thing to do. But I feel like AI used in the proper context, with proper intentions, as well as the proper means to do so, could actually be very beneficial. The problem is no one's using it as that. They're using it to do things that are at best questionable, because they're more interested in profit or bottom line. You know, that's what a lot of it is. And I really don't think AI should be used to take too many jobs too quickly. In fact, I feel like people should be trained on how to deal with AI, and more jobs should open up in order to repair and maintain and have a watchful eye over AI. And that's the problem. We're depending on AI to watch over itself, and we're not doing anything else with it except for blah blah blah, you know. Or if you're a partaker of, shall we say, certain types of entertainment, and I don't mean like the music industry or arts. Well, actually, I do mean the arts as well as music, but there's another type that is very inappropriate, and I will not mention more than that.
Oh. Won't get me next.
I didn't realize there was people here. I thought it was just the monsters. I don't think so, sir. You may excuse yourself. That was one heck of a firefight. I actually took a little damage in that. Really hate how unsmooth the capture card's working at the moment.
Looks like Cerberus has other bases on this world, Commander.
sealed door. We can't go through that one. And the thing is, because this game was actually a prototype for the games that came after it, if you think about it, the reason a door would be sealed like that in such a way... Hold on. The reason the door would be sealed like... I'm going to do something, and you guys are probably going to see it. Hold on. I don't know what the issue here is. We're going to... Wait, so you shouldn't see anything behind me right now. And now I'm going to... There we go. And is it still... It's a little bit smoother. But still like a half-second delay in it. Anyway, it's been a blast to do this stuff and become a VTuber. It really has been. And because I'm doing this by myself, I'm learning so much. Alright, let's go check out the debris. Of course, I may cut a lot of this out because that's what I do with the unless there's like a battle scene, I usually cut out a lot of the car travel or the tank travel. It's more like a hybrid. It's like a SUV tank sort of. I like the design of it though. I've always liked narrow front end to vehicles. I don't know why. Oh. I thought I had finished it, but apparently I did not. And then I almost blew it. Okay, well, we now know what the debris was, huh? Alright, we'll go check out that research facility, and then when we're done there, we'll go... Ooh, I tipped over the tank. We'll go check out the anomaly. But that's the thing about Kohoku and his missions. It is the... If you think about it, they are like the segue into the second Mass Effect. It gives you an enemy for the second game that you didn't have. Normally wouldn't have had. They would have had to made it from scratch, but... That's what the... in a way, that's what the Reapers were. They were the... from scratch enemy, so that you would have an enemy for the main story, but you needed like some sort of other type of entry, and that's what the Cerberus was. They were a second enemy that, you know, provided a bit of a yet another segue into like the third game. That's just the way I love. I mean, I really love how these all interconnect. They really, really are neat. Oh, well, at least we found something we can take this time. More guns! Oh, okay. Now, you see that critter there, walking around in the force field there? That is arachni. They're kind of like a hybrid between like spiders and I would say like maybe a spider and a kind of like a scorpion.
make sure that doesn't happen again.
What are you guys shooting at? You can't shoot at the Arachnite through the force field? Seriously? Okay, so there's probably a couple of other guys. That's what they're actually shooting. Alright. Now, here comes the least fun part of this fight. I'm about to release the Arachnite. Ooh, someone did a nasty job on him.
I wonder what monstrosity Cerberus has been cooking up at the next base.
Okay, no trace of Admiral Kahuku. Aid station. Okay, I don't think there's anything else down here. So let's get out of here. Boy, that thing's really starting to keep up. It's still a little bit not as smooth as I would like. But then again, I am using a cheaper end capture card, so can't be helped. There's going to be limitations somewhere or another. Oh, cool. Let's go check out that anomaly while we're here. It be a pyramid in space. You know, speaking of the pyramids,
I'm on my way.
they're perhaps the most universally geometric shaped thing, not only in our world, but in the world of nature itself. There are pyramid shaped objects. So that makes you wonder that if there are aliens out there, did they make pyramids like these? And by the way, I am not a complete, total fool like everybody's going to say I am because I believe in space aliens. Yes, I do believe in them. I just believe they're smart enough to not come to this planet. Because look what we do to ourselves in our environment. Why would any intelligent race want to come here? Anyway. Oh, cool. See minerals. But anywho, right down there in the pit. Yeah, I see it. Oh, there we go. Turned and leveled. Oh, goody. Ever so deadly uranium. Prolonged exposure will turn your internal organs black and gooey. Oh, right, I already marked where we needed to go. I just got sidetracked by the mineral deposit. Oh, I'm just having a blast doing this. I'm glad my PC's straightened out. I noticed that when I did take it apart, because I was thinking, gosh, maybe I can recover my hard drive and put it in something else. But no, I did take it apart, and when I did so, I went ahead and dusted it out a bit because it wasn't that dusty inside, but I thought, I'll go ahead and clean it. And as I was cleaning it, I noticed that there was a small little wire that had apparently somehow come disconnected, and I don't know if that had anything to do with what was happening regarding the power and the performance. So where's the entrance? There it is. So I plugged that back in, and let me check. Yeah, still okay. So the battery won't charge beyond 40%, mainly because the battery just wasn't meant for this PC, from what I can tell. Or if it was, whoever had it before Cree did not install the proper drivers for the computer and the battery. Because I know some batteries, when they install it, you do actually have to have drivers for it so that it will work properly. And that is a creepy faceplate on his armor, man. Goodness me, I don't know why I'm tired. Maybe it's because I've been so overly emotional today, because I've been fretting the loss of losing all my VTubing stuff and my videos, and it's like, no, please don't. Oh, yeah, those guys. Yeah. Honestly, before you fight them guys, it's probably a good idea to just collect any loot that's laying around. Oops. Okay, I can still override. I know that sometimes in this game, depending on the style you play, Cade got him. Big fight, sir. I know that sometimes, depending on how you play in this game on terms of style, if you make a mistake like that, it won't let you go back. You're stuck with it once it happens. Oh. He tried to use my own powers on me. Oh, I don't think so, sir. Well, I hope there was nothing important on this, because I noticed it's sparking. I don't think it was... Is this the... critters that was used to kill Admiral Kahoku is all that's left. So we need to just release those fellers and begin firefight. Dorian Creepers!
To make, Commander. We owe Kahoku that much. All clear.
Oh, man. Doesn't matter how fast you are to get to this guy. They always... His death is like a required response. do look like a stormtrooper in this getup. I'm loving this. I keep switching my eyes between the game screen and my OBS screen, and it's like, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. I love how awesome this is. It's amazing. I get so excited over the, Oh, so we got a Columbia system over in the, okay, still in the Voyager cluster. Okay. So we're returning to the Normandy. So I've been hearing about YouTube's new thing where they're going to be reviewing gameplay footage now more thoroughly. That's the Amazon system. We're looking for... Here we are. Hopefully I'll be able to do the rest of the Mass Effect series. I think, though, what they're really looking for is, like, more realistic. I don't think aliens' life forms count. And let's be honest, the characters in this game, the early version of the Mass Effect series, are not very realistic in any means. Unfortunately, that means people who play a lot of Grand Theft Auto are going to be left out on that. And probably, I would say, Red Dead Redemption 2, because a lot of the Rockstar games are very realistic. They're very violent. Which is why I don't play them anymore. Well, actually, there's two reasons why I don't play them anymore. One is because they're overly realistic on certain aspects. And two is, honestly, it's just an overpriced slaughterhouse. The more you pay out, the more you win. That's kind of how they got it set up. And, I mean, I don't mind paying for a few extras, like cosmetic stuff. But I'm not paying, like, to have, like, unlimited ammo or... having cars that can't be blowed up. It's just, nah, I ain't doing that nonsense. That's just not me, man. That's not me. I don't like that. It's just... It's not cool. It's not cool that they do that. Because it creates... quite a few things. One, it clearly creates a disadvantage among players. So even if you are really good at it, say like you've been playing it from the beginning, like I had when it first came out, I had been playing it from the beginning. But because I didn't have money to spend on it, like ridiculous amounts to buy all their cool stuff, some new player or noob comes up and they just slaughter me because, they paid for the extra package and they could just whip out everybody like a freaking, oh, frick, I forgot what it was. Like a Harrier helicopter or jet or something, Harrier jet or something like that. Just blow you to bits before you even have a chance to actually do anything. It's like... How is that fair? Because if I want the Harrier jet, one, I have to unlock it, and two, after I unlock it, I have to pay a ridiculous amount for it. It's like, that is so unfair for those who can't pay for it and have to just grind away to get it. So, it creates like a slaughterhouse for those who are willing to pay for it.
Yes, sir. On your order.
Can I just get my card? Thank you. And then my other issue with it is that it does actually create a lot of ill will between the players. I mean, some of you probably don't think there is, and for some of you, there probably really isn't. But I noticed, like, okay, some of you will call it like raging or rage quitting or crashing out, or you'll have your names for it. But then, if you really look at it, what happens to that person afterwards? After the game's over, after they've left because they rage quitted or because of whatever. I mean, what happens to that person? I could have just gone this way and avoided all that. And the truth is, all it does is bring out ill feelings. Brings out rage and hate and anger, and that is something we really do not need right now. We need, like, the opposite in terms of the emotional spectrum of that sort of stuff. And it's just stupid from my point of view, those kinds of games. I used to like them because say Vice City back on the old PS2 days, okay? That thing, I loved playing it because it was all about the 80s, man. And as a product of the 80s, well, of course. I mean, naturally I'm going to enjoy something like that. But it's like, once the PS3 came out, things started to really change. Because I knew there was issues on the... Oops, wasn't paying attention when I was talking. I knew there was issues on the PC, because I used to swing between PS3 and PC a lot. And, I knew there were issues with gaming back then, and the way people were reacting to certain types of games. Well, now things have gotten to a point where it's like they just purposely create a game just to make people angry. That's all they're doing with it at certain points. And sometimes you gotta wonder, is it worth it? And my honest answer for me is no, it's not worth it. That's why I play games like this, or if I do like online gaming, if I do like that, I always do like PvE, which is player versus environment, where you can co-op with other players and work together as a team. That sort of stuff I love. But I don't care for the PvP. I don't. Player versus player is... At one time, I might have, because I felt like, oh, hey, a good bit of healthy competition. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's not healthy anymore. It's bitter and nasty. And the ones that win it are usually the ones that paid to do whatever they want. Or those that cheat. Which I noticed that... Okay, thanks for standing in the well. I'm on fire, buddy. Sorry, I'm just concentrating on the firefight. That guy is gone. He melted. Okay, so as I was saying, those kinds of games, they just build ill will. Unless you got like a group where you're all know each other really well, and you go into like a private server, and then you just kind of goof around and do whatever and have a good time. Which that is one thing I will give Grand Theft Auto Online a thumbs up on, was they did generally leave private servers open so that you and your friends could just do whatever you wanted. However, I cannot say the same for Bethesda and Fallout 76. As much as I liked Fallout 76, and I still do, I feel like charging people $100 for a private server is kind of stupid and extremely unfair. I would have been willing to pay like $25 for a year's worth of server for free. I mean, or not free, but for private server access. But nah, not no $100. It's overpriced and it's clearly greed based. Which, granted, I understand they're there to make money. But there comes a time when a company or corporation has to decide, is the money we're trying to squeeze out of our customers really worth it? Because we're going to end up, I mean, think about it. Eventually they're going to end up doing what so many businesses do to themselves. And it's sad, especially when you see like these small businesses. They're trying so desperately to stay up, and that's why they charge so much. But they end up pricing themselves out, but that's because they're trying to compete against things and businesses that are already well established and clearly have more money and power than they really need. And therefore, that's why a lot of them act the way they do. And it seems like the small business is just being greedy, but they're not. They're trying to compete against something that has already been established as greedy. So, hey, fun times, right? Right. Okay, so. Wait a minute, is it still marked? I thought Yeah, okay, it's just being glitchy. It used to do that back in the original game, but the marker used to disappear afterwards. See, the reason I say the original game is because this is basically like a remake of the original. They just upgraded the graphics, the appearance, and the mechanics a bit. But still, even the original Mass Effect 2 was more superior than this. But I just love the fact that you can go from this to a better version and just keep climbing. And it is until you get to Andromeda, and then the whole thing's all, Andromeda all by itself. So... we got one last thing to check on this planet, and we're out of here. I know this is going to be a bit of a big video, but I'm going to keep recording as long as I can. Because I don't know. I mean, if I start getting power warnings from the PC, I'll save real quick and end the video real quick, and then transfer it off of the PC before the power fails. But so far, it's been acting pretty reliable. Yeah, like it's still at 40%. Power indicator light's still glowing, so it's still doing all right. Okie dokie, let's get off this planet. Although I probably ought to look for more minerals. I really don't want to. That'll be stuff I cut out. Oh, cool. So just got one more light metal to go. And looks like, excuse me, 8 more heavy metals to go. You can find 2 more League medallions, 3 more Sorry writings, 3 more Turian emblems. Alright, so we're going to go deal with Garrus and Dr. Salion, Garrus and Dr. Salion and Rex and his family armored. But first, let's return to the Normandy, shall we?
Transmission coming in, Commander. I think you're gonna want to hear this one.
Greetings, Commander Shepard. I represent a party interested in obtaining information on Cerberus activities.
Uh-huh. Cut to the chase, pal.
If you know something about Cerberus, you'd better tell me.
I suspect I know less about Cerberus than you do. I am merely an agent for the Shadow Broker. You see, Admiral Kahoku contacted my employer looking for information on the location of any Cerberus facilities. We provided that information on the promise that he would turn over copies of all files gathered from the Cerberus systems to us.
Did you have anything to do with Admiral Kahoku ending up dead?
We had no reason to harm him. He was going to provide us with information about Cerberus. Information that is now in your possession.
You must have some connection to Cerberus. How else could you tell Kahoku where to find them?
Information is our business, Commander. Through our contacts, we were able to determine that the Cerberus group was active in the Voyager cluster. Unfortunately, that was all we were able to find out. That is why we are so interested in acquiring copies of the files from you.
That would be treason, sir.
These are classified Alliance files. I'm not handing them over to you.
Be reasonable, Commander. Cerberus was operating outside Alliance jurisdiction. You don't owe them any loyalty. The Alliance is just going to file this information away in some archive, but no secret stays hidden forever. Eventually, someone somewhere will deliver it into our hands. Might as well be you. Transmit the files to us and you will be well compensated.
Why do you want the file?
What are you going to do with this information?
Information is a commodity. It can be bought, sold, or traded. Why my employer desires this information is not my concern. I am only the buyer.
Sorry, pal, no deal.
My loyalty is to the Alliance, not the Shadow Broker.
That is unfortunate, Commander. My employer will remember this the next time you need something from us.
Oh, I'm sure he will. But I'll also remember the fact that he could have told us about Kahoku sooner before he died. Maybe we could have saved him then if we knew more, huh? So you knew all this, but you chose not to act on it because you were greedy. Greedy. Okay. Right. I forgot where this guy is hiding at. Garrus told us. Herschel system and the Kepler Verge. Since we're already here, we might as well go explore the other systems before we go do that. I think we already explored this system, didn't we? Yeah. Because it was the last thing I did was go to this planet. We got Amazon, the Yangtze. Which we already been to Yangtze, so let's go to the Amazon.
Incoming signal from 5th Fleet HQ on the Citadel.
Really?
Commander Shepard, something uncomfortable has just come up. In the First Contact War, we fired a lot of espionage probes into Turian space. We
Ah,
just
somebody
received a
fired
mission
naughty
complete burst
probes.
from one of them.
And not the fun kind either.
Where's it been in the meantime?
No idea. Lost in transit. These probes were built in a hurry after First Contact.
So straightforward.
What makes this
enough.
uncomfortable?
When these probes were launched, we didn't have any idea who we were fighting. We didn't want to risk aliens examining our technology. The probe has a demo nuke built in. A 20-kiloton tactical fusion warhead. About equal to the bomb dropped on Hiroshima back in the 20th. If somebody finds that probe, tampers with it, you don't need me to finish, Commander.
I understand this must be handled, but I don't have anyone trained to deal with this sort of thing, sir.
I know. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't important. These probes have been classified for 26 years. The Council will call fusion bomb booby traps dangerous and irresponsible. The Alliance would face censure if they find this probe. I'm asking you because the Normandy can get on site quickly and quietly. It's in the Voyager cluster.
It's in the Voyager cluster. That's the opposite side of the Alliance from Turian space. How did it get there?
I don't know. It's possible someone recovered it safely and brought it there. It's
That's
also
exactly what
possible
they did
it
with
got
it.
very badly lost. It could have been wandering the relay network since the war.
We'll get on it immediately, Admiral. And we'll be discreet.
I appreciate that, Commander. Good luck. Fifth Fleet out.
Okay, nothing here. Survey says rare element surveyed. And the survey says Turian insignia. Turian insignia. Jeez, criminy, I just said it earlier. Whoo, oh Pete. Cheese whiz, man. Cheese whiz. Alright, guess deposit. Alright, looks like we're gonna go land on a planet redder than Mars. Hopefully we don't burn alive. I doubt we will. Yeah, why not? We'll just pal around with these two for a while until we go do Garrus's thing. Well, you know what? Go ahead and bring Garrus with me. Because I need... Yeah, Garrus and Rex both, because I need to update their gear. And it'll be easier to do it if they're just there with me in the party already. Because otherwise we have to go through that locker spiel, and man, that stuff could take a while to get through. Journal. Garrus, Rex. think there's anything I can really use right now. A katana, level 7. Not that I actually use it. Stiletto! Honestly, no. I think I'll just keep the gun I got for now. It's pretty good armors, but I can't use any of them. Garrus, on the other hand. Yeah, but look at the shield boost he gets. Alright. Actually, I think that one would have been better for him. Rex. Alright, Rex buddy, you are now set. Do a quick save here. Okay, for a moment I thought the OBS had locked up again, or the capture card, one or the other. Okay. Maps. Somebody reactivated it, and that somebody moved it here, so it's a guaranteed bet this is basically a
That's
trap.
the source of the signal.
This smells.
I agree. Your probe didn't crash. It was moved here.
Doesn't change the objective.
There's a nuclear
Joe.
weapon down there. We can't abandon it. Just stay on guard.
Right.
You know, that is something that actually just occurred to me in terms of thought. If nuclear weapons were a thing in this universe, okay, when fighting the gigantic ship reapers, the ones responsible for all this mess, when fighting those, would it have not been more imperative to use nuclear weapons? I mean, because from my understanding, they use kinetic barriers or kinetic energy shields. So those things, okay, are not entirely energy based. That means that a nuclear blast may not, the initial blast may not cause any physical damage, but the EMP field that is generated by such level of destruction would rip right through it like it was nothing. So why didn't they use nuclear weapons on these things? I mean, I'm just making an observation. I mean, I can understand why we don't launch nuclear weapons into our own local space, because the radioactive fallout would eventually drift back to Earth and poison everybody. You know, that mutually assured destruction.
That was a detonator. Someone just screwed us.
I agree, Rex.
At last.
Ah, you, whoever you are. And you are?
You have me at a disadvantage.
My name is Ilanos Halliot. I doubt you know it. Who do you think runs the Terminus clan, Shepard, huh? Thousands of pirates, slavers, criminals of every stripe?
Oh, cool. An actual acclaimed leader.
In most criminal organizations, it's the one who's recognized as the most successful.
That's correct. The one who kills the most men, seizes the most ships, pillages the most colonies. 3 years ago, I was the strongest. I used my influence to assemble a fleet. We would drive your kind out of the Verge.
The Skillion Blood. You attacked Elysium.
You're the one behind the attack on Elysium.
I was the motivator, the instigator, the one who promised glory and riches for sacking the largest human colony in the cluster. The one blamed when it failed. Failed! I was ruined when your kind held against the Blitz. What better way to recover my reputation than by eliminating the first human Spectre?
My crew will come for me.
Nah.
Let them. We'll be ready. An Alliance warship would make a fine prize. Oh,
You're
and if
not
you haven't
ready,
noticed,
dude.
the ores here are laced with heavy metals. I'm afraid your
you know what,
suit
maybe I
radios aren't
can-
powerful enough to
I don't have to
transmit
shrink
out.
myself anymore, but let me try something here. I'm gonna zoom. Oops. Okay, let's see how that looks. Hey, you can see the captions above my head now. And my pretty face looks better. I love trying new things. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, now, yeah, I'm just gonna tell you not to underestimate
We'll find
me.
a way out of here.
I rather doubt that. Goodbye, Shepard.
Orders, Commander.
No one
We've got
panic.
air and light, and the Normandy's still in orbit. Let's look for another way out.
Okay. Whew. Yeah, I disabled the bomb. No final boom boom for that guy. impressive. See, these Krogan actually know how to fight. Going for a little flight, sir? I missed the first time. How do you miss something that's basically the size of a small barn? I mean, come on. That was terrible. Oh my gosh. Oh man, I could use a snack or something. I'm getting hungry. Da, 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 da. I don't know where I'm going because I need to go to the galaxy map. Zoom out. Zoom out. Keep zooming. Alright, now. Attican Beta. Kepler Verge. Oh, here we are, Herschel. I knew of a guy named Herschel once, but I only knew of him. I did not actually know the person himself, so... Oh, I have no idea what kind of asteroid it is. It's a rocky asteroid. Oh, a metal-rich asteroid. Okay, well, we scanned it. I guess we collected the mineral. I don't know. Unless it was a light metal, I guess. I mean... And by the way, if you guys want to read the descriptions on these planets, you can pause it and read that. Because I've already got... I mean, I'm already going way, way over on a lot of stuff. MSV Fideli? I don't know. We're gonna board it though, because that's supposedly... Okay, we're gonna add Garrus, because that's his thing, and we're gonna take her with us. Because Ash is super good at shooting things. Shall I accept the squad? Yes, yes, we shall accept the squad. Apparently we did find Dr. Salion. Now I just updated Garrus's inventory. And though Ash was with us for not with us for one mission, doesn't mean I should, because the thing is, this game, as awesome as it is, it can throw a lot of really cool stuff at you that you'll miss out on because of one reason or another. Oh, super cool. Same armor, just heavy. Bum, 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 bum. We need to go back to the Citadel and offload a bunch of junk. Tight spaces, not much maneuvering. I'm thinking this gun. Either this one or a shotgun, but I'm not trained in the shotgun and have little to no training with the pistol, so mainly because I rely largely on my powers and abilities. Oh my god, what did this guy do to these people? No, sir. You should please don't get up. You look very unhealthy. You should run at people. No idea where that guy went, but I got poisoned, so... Oh, that's why, because there was a canister there and it exploded. Alright, awesome. I don't think those were people at this point. I think they were poor souls that have been horribly tormented for far too long. That door's not sealed. Or this one is. Really? Not in the control area of the ship, are we?
Thank you. Thank you for saving me from those things.
Oh, those things? Those
Commander,
things you
that's
created?
That's Dr. Saleon.
What? My name is Hart. Dr. Hart. Please, get me out of here.
Are you sure it's him?
Positive. There's no escape this time, Doctor. I'd harvest your organs first, but we don't have the time.
You're crazy. He's crazy! Please, don't let him do this to me.
We'll take him in. Drop him off with the military.
But we have him. We can't let him get away. Not again.
If he dies, we'll never know what he's been up to or how he did it. We'll take him in, interrogate him. He'll serve his time.
Dude's totally loony, but...
Okay. You're right. You're a very lucky Solarian. You owe the Commander your life.
Oh, thank you so very much.
And so he dies anyway. What was the point of that?
Oh, well. The difference is, Garrus, we gave him the chance. But instead of coming with us, he chose to run and try and fight us.
You can't predict how people will act, Garrus. But you can control how you'll respond. In the end, that's what really matters.
Yeah. I don't think I ever met anyone like you, Commander. Well, I guess we're done here.
Well, that is the end of Dr. Saleon. Dr. Hart. He was all hard, all right. All over the place. Nothing of his heart left. Bum bum ba ba bum. I didn't think this one was accessible, but now that it's highlighted, let's find out. Oops. Took my eyes off of it. That was my fault. I was just checking to make sure that the PC was still working. And that I wasn't just babbling into an empty microphone. Why did I don't know why I drew my gun. Well, actually I do. My finger hit the trigger. There ain't nothing left on this old boat. Let's get out of here. Okay, so Garrus is down. That just leaves our buddy Erdnot Rex. And then I'm gonna fly us to the Citadel. Wait a minute, I forgot to check where we need to go for Erdnot. He was based somewhere in the Argos Row cluster. Doesn't say specifically where, just somewhere in Argos Row. Yay! That means we go hunting. Newton. Have I been to Newton already?
Message coming in.
Apparently not.
Patching it through.
I've received some information I thought you'd want to see, Commander. Someone is killing former Alliance scientists. There have been 4 deaths in the past month.
Really? And how can I help?
I'm happy to look into it, Admiral. What can you tell me?
We found a connection between the scientists and you. They all worked on a classified project several years ago, on a cruise.
The site of the massacre.
A Kuz. I lost my whole unit there. You're saying that our scientists were involved?
I can't get any information on what they were working on.
They kind of were.
Sealed. Commander, Shepard, what you do with this is up to you. I just thought you'd want to know. There was one other scientist on the project, Dr. Wayne. I'm transmitting his last known coordinates. Good luck. 5th Fleet out.
Oh boy, I probably shouldn't have came here now. See, I was just looking for stuff like that. But now we're going to end up finding things I wasn't prepared for. Sorry. My glasses are weighing a little heavy on my nose today. Oof. Nice grass. Oh, whoa, whoa, somebody's not happy. You, sir, are taking an express flight to nowhere. Da, 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 da. Oh, we'll come back. We can reach back up there. I spotted something I want to waste my time on, and hopefully hope that it's a heavy metal and not a light or rare earth mineral, because I seem to have maxed those out already. There it be, there it is. And even if it's not what I want, which it is, thankfully, I could still get experience and resources from it. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. We're going to make a quick save. Because I would like to save this guy. I know how this mission plays out, but I would like to save this dude. Because he's been put through a lot and didn't deserve it. Nice armor. Peekaboo, I see you. Controls. Oh no, you don't.
Bring it on.
Excuse me, sir. Mind your own personal space.
On me.
Huh. Well, you know, first time I used squad tactics, huh? Usually I just run and gun it. I normally just run and gun it. That was the first time I've used squad tactics. All these years, and I was missing out on having my allies box an enemy in. I think the last game I ever played that really used squad tactics like that was actually not on the Xbox or the PS5 or the PS4. It was or the PS3. This is going back smears. In fact, I think I still have that old headset somewhere. The original SOCOM for PlayStation 2 had a USB Logitech headset. It only had one ear, so you literally put it like to one ear, and then it had a microphone that came around, and it was like really cool. That was the first time you could use like voice commands with stuff. It was the earliest rendition of that sort of tech. It was super cool. And you could just tell your squad what you wanted them to do. Now, keep in mind, like a lot of voice command based games, it was still buggy. You'd be like, Alpha, go to location Bravo, and they'll be like, you said Charlie. It's like, no, not Charlie.
Stay back! I've got no grief with you. All I want is this bastard.
Please! He's a madman! Mr. Toombs, you're insane! You need help!
Shut up! You don't get to lie. You don't... Shepard? My God. Shepard, is that you?
Yep. Sure enough is. Because you died.
Toombs? But you were on a cruise. I saw the Thresher mob pull you under.
They took me, Shepard. The scientists.
You can't prove any of this. This man is delusional.
Really?
See, they were running tests on the Thresher moths. They let those things hit us just to watch and study. I woke up in a holding cell. The scientists were delighted I'd survived. Now they had someone to run tests on.
Toombs, I didn't see anybody. If I'd seen you, I'd have come back for you, I swear.
You can't believe Toombs. He doesn't have any proof. I demand a fair trial.
He was there! You bastard! He
when
knows
someone
the
is
truth.
holding a gun
He
in your
treated me like a
face,
lab
the
animal.
last thing you need
I
to
only
do
escaped
is
because
speak
somebody
like
destroyed
that.
Cerberus, their big organization. This man deserves to die, Shepard. For you, for me, for everyone else in the unit. Are you with me?
Toombs, buddy, hold on now.
You're better than this, Toombs. You're not like them.
Don't tell me who I am. You got away with a few scratches and a scary reputation. The rest of the unit died, and I was tortured for years, Shepard. You can't judge me. You don't have the right.
You're a soldier, Toombs. I couldn't help then, but I'm here
Toombs,
now.
if I could have helped you on a cruise, I would have. All I can do is help now. Let me.
Come on.
Okay. I'm no murderer. They couldn't make me one. Just as long as he goes to trial. Maybe the screaming will stop now. I don't know.
It's over, buddy.
Those bastards can't hurt you anymore. Joker, tell the 5th Fleet we need a ship for pickup.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Okay, I'll read. Toombs stares morosely at the floor, lost in his memories. You give the scientist a shove towards the door. Your mission is complete. The Alliance courts will take care of it. We'll take care of it. It should say take care of it. It says we'll take it from here, but alright, whatever. Grammar. I guess it's your choice of words, but point is, bad guy caught, and the poor guy saved. Okie dokie. Oogie dookie. Yeah, we still gotta do Rex's family armor. Did I not go up to that part? Did I complete the mission before we finished exploring? Oh great, now I'm stuck behind a... Well, I was thinking about doing a Skyrim series, but if the new rules are true, I may not want to do that. Because Skyrim gets pretty gross and bloody at times. I think I have been to that part. Okay. Because it's not highlighting, so let's head back to the Normandy.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
I reviewed your report on the situation, Commander. I'm glad to see you were able to take Dr. Wayne in alive. Now we can put him on trial and get some answers. Corporal Toombs seems to have found some closure. Hopefully with therapy, he'll have a normal life again someday. I hope this helped you find some peace, Commander. Thank you. 5th Fleet out.
You're welcome, Admiral. But it's funny that you're sending a commander who's supposed to be hunting down a serious war criminal out on all these side gigs. You know what I'm saying? It's just from a logical standpoint, a lot of it doesn't make sense. You know, I know we're supposed to be going to find Rex's thing. Hold on. The journal. Here we are. Argos Row. Are we not? Isn't that where we were? Or did I not get to Argos Row yet? No, we're in Newton. We didn't go to Argos Row yet. We're still at Kepler Verge. Armstrong, Voyager Cluster, Vatican, Gemini, Hades Gamma, Artemis Tau. Alright, Argos Row, Hydra, and Phoenix. Here we are. I think we've already been here. I think we explored here earlier. We just may not have found Rex's armor, that's all. Since we better take old Rex buddy with us. Good old Rex. Just trust me, by the time you reach the third game, you'll be glad if you keep Rex alive. Okay, so it's not on this planet. Canrum? I have no idea. Phoenix. Unfortunately, nothing like the mythical bird. Survey says rare elements. Cool, Prothean data disk. Okay, that's probably where Rex's armor is, since that's a landable area. So we want to go ahead and finish scouting the other planets. Light metal surveyed. I don't need light metal, I need heavy metal. I need all that heavy metal noise. Okay. Oh, right. Focus. Oh, cool. So I maxed that out already. Let's see. I guess I could points into Intimidate or Spectre training. But I could also upgrade my shield, since my biotics are my shields, by upgrading Barrier. Or I could increase my Spectre training. I think I'd be better off upgrading my shields a bit. Map. Hidden structure. Anomaly. I'm trying to determine whether that's water or salt. It looks more like water as I drive, like it's splashing effects. It doesn't really look like there's much water on this planet. So that's why I was curious if maybe it was salt. Oh, look what I found! Apparently I wasn't the only one to find it. It looks like wreckage. I was not far wrong. It is indeed wreckage. And a lot of it looks like some equipment and an Asari capsule. Matriarch's writings. Cool. Let's go ahead and get the Mako a little closer. That is indeed a pyramid. Does it have another protein disc for us? Or is it just something pretty to stand on? It is something pretty to stand on. Now that is a view. Right. We gotta get moving. Bum 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 bum. Cool, about to find some more minerals. More minerals. And that reminds me, folks, even though I'm not being sponsored by anyone, I just want to say, part of having good health, okay, is to not only take care of yourself, you know, like the normal things, bathing, eating, and showering healthy, but also sometimes you need to consider taking supplements. Like, I have an iron deficiency, and it's not severe enough that I require a prescription, so I buy like iron supplements, and you know that helps. But I would recommend that, you know, maybe talk to your doctor or someone in the medical profession who could probably suggest for you not just vitamins, but mineral supplements that might help with things. For example, in my case, my iron is low because I'm like, I guess what they might call like borderline anemic. That is where your red blood cells are low and oxygen and food and stuff don't get around to the other parts of your body too well, which can lead to other things. But I'm just saying, you know, I mean, it's kind of obvious by now that I do care about people. And clearly I care about my viewers, so I'm just saying, folks, you know, just consider just, you know, check yourself out, make sure you're doing good. Speaking of health warnings and stuff, I'm a big fan of Rosie Belmu, okay? And she had like this video short, and I was like, what is this nonsense, right? Because it was a very interestingly phrased short, and basically she was just kind of, you know, reminding guys to take care of themselves and their particular health issues. And she's not wrong. Men don't really talk about it, and they probably should. And I'm not going to discuss it here because I'm not here to gross anyone out right now or make them uncomfortable. I'm just here to play a game. But I'm just saying, you know, she was right, and I did make a comment on it. And she responded to it. And I mean, she didn't even really have to say anything. I left a comment, she responded to it, and I saw that, and I was like, oh, that is so cool. Another VTuber responded to my comment. It wasn't much, but that was just something that, kind of actually made me feel pretty good. So, I'm a big fan of Rosie Bellemoue, even before that. So, it's just,
This is the place.
Okay, so we are in the right place. But, I was just trying to say, it really put me in the mind of, we do need to take good care of ourselves as a people. And that's just something we're not doing much of lately. Alright, enough talk. Time for fighting. Sir, went the wrong way. I think you need to take the flight. Oh, great. I'm not flying anymore. For some reason, my powers are locked up. He waited until I pulled away before he popped out. Little punk. No, Ash. No. Okay. Rex, you go that way. Okay, he's down. Ash, go out there. See if you can. Okay, so he's upstairs. She's got a bead on him.
Rally round.
Oh, he's literally on the other side of this crate. Not ever used one of these before, so let's see what damage we can do. No. On him. Well, I didn't get to use it. Between my warp and their shooting him, he didn't last long. Alright, let's see if we can find Rex's armor. The family heirloom. Cool, this guy had a lot of goodies in here. Alright, I bet this is where it is. Bum, 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 bum.
This is it.
Yep, there we are.
I can't believe my ancestors ever wore this piece of crap. But at least I've got it back.
That's great.
I'm glad we could help you get it back.
I might just be starting to like you, Shepard.
Okay, good. More reading. Alright. Rex touches his grandfather's armor, his expression thoughtful, perhaps. Krogan are hard to read. Then he shakes off his bemusement and grips his gun with renewed purpose. Time to move on. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. I agree. It is indeed time to move on. How much credit? Ooh, I got quite a lot of credits. Not as much as I would like, but quite a lot. Enough that probably should go get new gear from Citadel Station anyways. By the way, this game actually has a feature. If you beat it and you feel like there's more you want to do, you can actually replay the whole game with previous save data. That way it allows you to build up more resources. Yeah, let's get off this planet. Let's get off this weird planet. I wouldn't really call it an iceberg, but... Alright. I actually probably wouldn't even have to go to the Citadel to sell all my goods, because we got that basically merchant in the bottom of our ship. Yeah, Liara and them aren't going to want to talk, because I've not moved the main story. Like, the only ones that are going to want to talk are probably going to be Garrus and Rex. Yeah, they pretty much updated most
Looking for supplies?
people's gear and equipment already.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
We're going to go to the cell mode. Predator L8. Maybe I ought to check people's equipment first.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Something bothering you?
It's Saren. I'm starting to wonder whether we'll ever find him. He's always one step ahead of us, and he's got those damn Geth.
We're getting close, Garrus. We'll find him.
I wish I had your confidence. I just can't stand the thought of him getting away with everything he's done. I know you're doing everything you can, and if anyone can catch him, it's you, but if there's anything else I can do to help, anything, just tell me what you want me to do, and I'll do it.
I understand your concern, but we'll find him. Just make sure you're ready to go when we do.
Yes, sir. I'll be ready. Can I ask you something, Commander?
What is it?
Are you worried that the Council might be protecting Saren? I mean, they were really dragging their heels before. What if we find him, bring him back to the Citadel, and they refuse to act?
I get the feeling this isn't a question. Speak your mind, Garrus.
Well, maybe we shouldn't give them the chance, Commander. In my opinion, Saren's too dangerous to be kept alive.
Maybe I have to quit just so I can get something to eat. My hunger is getting pretty good. And
if we
I don't have like regular snackies right now.
I say we make sure we stop him permanently.
If Saren won't listen to reason, if he forces my hand, I'll kill him in a heartbeat. But only if it's absolutely necessary.
But what's the point in keeping him alive? It just gives him an opportunity to escape or convince the Council to listen to him. And what about the Geth? They might try to free him.
Think about it, Garrus.
We know more about Saren's plans than anyone. But what do we really know? If we just kill him, we lose the chance to find out.
Yeah, I see your point. Do you really think there's more to know, other than the fact that he's a raving lunatic?
Maybe, maybe not. But it's not a chance I'm willing to take.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I forgot. We haven't taken Liara with us for quite a while. Best check her gear. Harpoon. Yeah, that's funny. Alright, we'll give her the harpoon. Okay, sure. I'll give her that. Actually, I might want to keep that one for myself. Power cooldown bonus. Duelist armor. Alright. Yeah, I know we haven't taken Tally with us for a while. I just didn't see the point in dragging her along when most of her storyline's pretty well done. If I bring her along, it's just because I want to have her basically with me. Wonder how Evil would think about that gun's name. I mean, after all, it seems to be one of her favorite things. I don't think I have any Quarian armor. Well, I have that one, but that's hardly any better than what she already had on. Rex. No, Rex is up to date. So is Garrus. Caden Malenko. He's actually he's a little out of date, so we better get him up to date. Actually, Firestorm would probably be better. Wait. We gotta. Okay, well that actually seems better. I was saving that for myself, but you know what? Let's give it to Caden. I think he can use it. Ashley Williams. She's been with us enough. She should be up to date on all her gear. At least I know her armor is.
Shepard.
Personally.
So, you'd rather be a merc than help your people?
I'm a fighter. It's what I do.
Aren't you at all worried about what will happen to the Krogan?
What the hell do you want me to do about it, Shepard? I'm tired of sticking my ass on the line and getting nothing for it.
So you're just giving up on your people?
I gave up on fighting for a lost cause. I'm no hero, Shepard. Bottom line,
okay. If I'm going to keep
killing
recording,
for credits simplifies
I'm going to need to
things.
get something to chew on. I got plenty of drinks. I just don't have anything to eat. And it's getting pretty late where I'm at.
You ever think about helping your people?
I try not to. But there's a lot of Krogan mercs out there. I'm always running into them. Half the time I'm being paid to kill them. But that's just part of the job. You don't get to pick who your enemies are.
Yeah, I think we've been through those conversations already.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Okay. Alright, we're gonna offload all our junk real quick. We'll still make a trip back to the Citadel anyway.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Wait, did I forget to equip Garrus with new gear? Sure enough, did. I made it just to check everybody else's, but poor old Garrus. Yeah, definitely with that Polaris amp. Yeah, we're gonna go and keep what I got for now. Alright. This poor guy's gonna probably think I'm nuts because I keep
Looking for
pestering him.
supplies?
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Alright. I need to go through all these. Yeah, I definitely need to go through all these different mods and stuff. Equip the best ones to my guns and armor. You know what? I'm just gonna sell all junk. So I got kept largely just the mods. Yeah. Mods and excess tools. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, no. I found some stuff that it didn't sell. Might as well sell these biotic amps. Polonium rounds, proton rounds, rail extensions. Alright. I'm also going to need some stuff for turning into Omnigel. Okay. Well, that definitely put a few credits in our pockets. Hold on, I'm gonna upgrade the things I use. Incendiary rounds. Okay. Okay, that'll work. Whew, better tungsten rounds. Okay, cool, cool. Well, I am not finding anything like what I had to begin with. That's concerning, because the better heat sink, I can get more rounds out of this thing. We'll take what we can get for now, I guess. Grenades. High yield explosives. Incendiary explosives. Fusion explosives. I think we're gonna go with this one. Alright. Alright. Cool. Cool. Alrighty, guys. Gonna go back up to the bridge, and then I'm gonna call it quits, because I need to get something to chew on, and then I'll edit some of this, and then I'll pick up recording after a while again. Save complete. Alright. Well, my Neon Knights, I will see you guys another time. And, I'll see you another time, guys. I'll see you another time. Just all I can say is just hang in there. Alrighty. Remember to shine brightly in the dark, my Neon Lights. Remember to shine brightly.